Former Real Housewives of New Jersey. Star Joe Giudice was notorious for his outbursts on the Bravo show. In the course of the reality show, he engaged in a number of altercations with his brother-in-law, Joe Giudice. At this point, he is prepared to engage in combat with a veteran of the ABC soap opera General Hospital. If you want to find out why, continue reading. Former Real Housewives of New Jersey star Joe Giudice, who is now a veteran of General Hospital, was sentenced to prison in 2016 for committing a number of money crimes, including bankruptcy fraud. In 2014, he entered a guilty plea to the offenses together with Teresa, who was his wife at the time. On the other hand, they reached a consensus with the authorities that she would serve her sentence first in order to allow one of the parents to remain with their 4 teenage daughters. It was immediately after his release in 2019 that he was deported from the United States to Italy, where he was born. The fact that he had spent his entire life in the United States of America belies the fact that he was born in Italy, because he was unable to find a method to return to the United States. He relocated to the Bahamas in order to maintain a relatively near proximity to his children. Teresa Giudice and Joe Giudice divorced in the year 2020, and both of they have since moved on to new relationships. At the end of his 41-month sentence, Joe Giudice was in the best physical condition of his life, having shed nearly 50 pounds during his time behind bars. He stated that boxing was the primary factor that led to such a significant transformation. Due to the fact that he is no longer a guest on RHONJ, he was forced to look for other ways to earn money. It is a celebrity boxing event against a former soap star that he currently is participating in. Joe Giudice and Antonio Sabato Jr., a former star of General Hospitals, are scheduled to fight in the near future, and Celebrity Boxing is publicizing the potential fight. Who is Antonio Sabato Jr. precisely? It is Antonio Sabato Jr.'s political attitude that has brought him the most fame in recent times, as a result of his strong support for former President Donald Trump. He even made a speech at the Republican National Convention event in 2016. After giving a speech at the Republican National Convention, the actor made the assertion that he was blackballed by the entertainment industry. In his capacity as a guest speaker at the most recent Republican National Convention 2024, he was conspicuously absent. During the previous month, he disclosed to the Daily Mail that he is transitioning away from politics and has signed a contract with Celebrity Boxing in order to pursue a new professional path. In addition to his role as Jagger Cates on General Hospital, which he portrayed from 1992 until 1995, Antonio Sabato Jr. was a model for Calvin Klein at one point. It was recently announced that the character will be returning to the show, but instead of asking Sabato Jr. to repeat the part, the show decided to cast a new actor because Joe Giudice is not permitted to enter the United States. The event will be held in Nassau, which is located in Bermuda. On the pay-per-view special that will air on December 7, the two television stars will compete against one another in a crossover nobody saw coming. Former Real Housewives of New Jersey star Joe Giudice is stepping into the boxing ring, and his opponent is none other than a longtime soap opera heartthrob from General Hospital. That's right, reality TV muscle meets daytime drama flair in what's being dubbed the most bizarre celebrity matchup of the year: Joe Giudice versus Tyler Christopher aka Nicholas Cassadine of General Hospital fame is officially happening, and fans from both Bravo and soap opera universes are buzzing. Scheduled for later this fall at a pay-per-view event in Atlantic City, this brawl promises drama, sweat, and maybe even a few flying extensions. The feud that sparked it all, though the matchup might seem random at first glance, insiders say the bad blood between Joe and Tyler started over a heated and slightly ridiculous social media spat earlier this summer. According to reports, Joe, now living in the Bahamas after being deported from the U.S. following his prison stint, commented on a clip of Tyler during a soap fan convention. The video featured Tyler playfully throwing a few jabs at reality TV stars, saying, "They just play themselves, no script required." Apparently, Joe didn't find it funny. He fired back with a spicy Instagram story. "Better to be real and raw than fake," and crying on key, "I've done time. I've done. Bravo, what have you done besides cry in slow motion?" Tyler replied with an equally biting post, writing, "I may cry on cue, but at least I didn't cry in court." Boom! The exchange lit up the fan accounts and gossip blogs, and within a week, a celebrity boxing promoter reached out to both men. To everyone's surprise, they said yes. Joe Giudice, fighting for redemption. For Joe Giudice, 52, this match isn't just about the thrill of the fight. It's about redemption. Once a staple of RHONJ, alongside ex-wife Teresa Giudice, Joe's life unraveled after his high-profile legal troubles. He served 41 months in federal prison for fraud before being deported to Italy in 2019, permanently separating him from his 4 daughters, unless they traveled to visit. Since relocating to the Bahamas, Joe has been focusing on fitness, working in construction, and perhaps unexpectedly, training in mixed martial arts. His Instagram feed over the last year has shifted from pasta and wine to punching bags and protein shakes. "This fight is about showing the world I'm still strong," Joe told Page 6. "I've made mistakes, sure, but I'm not some washed-up ex-husband. I'm a fighter. I'm a dad. I'm still standing," he added with a smirk, "and I'm going to knock this soap guy back to 2006. Tyler Christopher, soap star with something to prove. Tyler Christopher, 51, is no stranger to public struggles either. Best known for his brooding role on General Hospital, the Emmy-winning actor has battled addiction and personal setbacks that saw him written off the show and in and out of rehab. Recently, he's been staging a quiet comeback, working with sobriety groups, making surprise convention appearances, and slowly re-entering the industry. But fans were stunned when he agreed to the match. "I've played a prince, a villain, and a tortured soul," Tyler told Soap Opera Digest. "Now I'm ready to play a fighter." He also admitted that he sees this as a symbolic battle for control over his life. "I've been through a lot. I would channel everything I fought through, addiction, public scrutiny, loss, and release it in the ring." Plus, Joe's been mouthing off, "It's time he learns real actors can throw real punches, training camps, and trash talk." Since the announcement, both men have taken their training seriously. Joe is working with a local boxing coach in the Bahamas and documenting his progress via shirtless Instagram posts and shadow boxing videos that already have Bravo fans commenting, "He looks like Rocky if Rocky did time in Fort Dix." Meanwhile, Tyler has hired a celebrity trainer in Los Angeles and is reportedly working on both endurance and agility. "I know Joe's strong," Tyler said, "but I've got speed. I've got precision. He's been throwing punches at cameras. I've been dodging scripts and plot twists since the 90s. I'm ready." The trash talk hasn't slowed either. Joe recently appeared on a podcast where he said, "I'm not worried. He's an actor. I fought real life. Let's see if he still looks that pretty after I'm done." The Bravo soap opera Worlds collide. Fans are already placing bets not just on the winner, but on who shows up ringside. Will Teresa attend and cheer on her ex-husband, or will she stay far away with your new husband? Lewis, rules? Will any RHONJ cast members make an appearance, possibly turning the boxing ring into a reunion set? On the soap side, some speculate that Morris, Spinnard, and other GH alumni might attend to support their former castmate or throw shade if the fight turns into a mess. One thing's certain, the audience will be a surreal mix of housewife stans, soap superfans, and curious celebrity boxing enthusiasts looking for the next viral moment, charity, chaos, or comeback. The organizers have promised that a portion of the proceeds will go to mental health and addiction recovery charities, something Tyler personally requested. Joe agreed, but added that he'd like some of the money to support immigrant families and guys trying to rebuild their lives like me. Despite the seriousness of their personal journeys, both men are aware of the spectacle they're part of. Tyler expressed a sense of awe, but sometimes the path healing involves doing something completely out of left field. If this helps even one person look at us and say, they didn't give up, so I'm all in. Joe echoed that sentiment, though, in his own Jersey-style bravado. At the end of the day, I'm not just fighting Tyler. I'm fighting the past. I'm fighting every label people put on me, and I'm going to win. Ding ding. Let the drama begin. With press tours scheduled, training intensifying, and EOS flaring, the Joe Giudice versus Tyler Christopher match is shaping up to be more than just a physical contest. It's a full-on reality showdown filled with second chances, redemption arcs, and just the right amount of Bravo-fueled chaos.